Hey everybody, so ta-da! I got my red hair back. You guys never seen it, but I'm really excited because I missed it so much. Didn't realize how much I loved it, how much it brings passion and fiery to me. I don't know, I just love it. I feel good with it. So yeah, that's something that we're gonna probably maybe talk about. So we're going to start off, well, I'm going to start off with just life. I feel that sometimes we forget to actually believe in our dreams, and we actually forget to believe in people. A lot has happened in regards to a lot of negative energy put towards me. At first, I felt that there was a lot of jealousy around me, and actually when I got a reading done by this really amazing lady who's been reading me for the past 10 years, she kind of like cut me off, and I was just like, shit, like she's right. So when I went out for coffee and a few drinks with this guy, I felt like there was like some energy put on top of me, that it was like some envy or jealousy or things like that. And then after that, I got into a fight with somebody, and it was just really stuff. And then I have the old owner of my salon spreading rumors and trying to close my doors. And but I feel bad for him that he feels that he has to do that. Those are one of those things that it's just who I am. I feel bad for him, although I do want to like really hurt him. That's the bull in me, like ready to like rage. But she called me out, and I was really appreciative of it, because I mean, I love being called out, especially when I'm being stupid. She had said sometimes, those feelings that we get of, someone feeling that you're jealous of you or things like that is actually ourselves, and it's ourselves worried that that's who we are going to be. Because yes, I do find this guy extremely attractive. I do think about him often. I worry for him, and already don't need to. But it was that thing of, what is this guy doing talking to me? Like, it was one of those things where it's like, shit, okay. And she made me question myself, like, do you not feel that you were worthy of love? And I was like, well, sometimes. And she's like, well, why are you worried? And it's like, from all my past, I've always been cheated on or taken advantage of, and those things hurt. And after a while, you kind of get worried, and you get hurt that you get worried that those things are going to happen to you again, especially when you're so attracted to somebody, or you really feel attracted to somebody in the sense where you want to get to know them more, and you maybe possibly see a future with this person. I'm not saying that that's the case, but I'm just saying, like, you might possibly think that way. It's not like the thought has never crossed my mind. I won't deny that. But it's that thing of, okay, and then all of a sudden those insecurities come and pop up. It's like, shit, I'm really not ready. Like, I'm ready for the relationship, but I still have some self-love and self-work to do, which would be now the jealousy part of me, which is like, why don't I deserve this attractive man to talk to me? Why don't I deserve that type of feeling and things like that? Because I do. Like, I'm not an ugly person. I'm a beautiful person inside and out. And and those are the things that we sometimes tend to forget, that we are good people inside. And I just feel like there's been a big, huge shift of energy, and I'm loving it. Like, I'm loving this energy that's come my way, and it's coming our way. Like, it's not just for me. Like, I'm feeling it because I'm very more, like, I'm in tuned. And this is what I'm hoping for all of you guys, is to kind of open yourselves up and like really experience the energies around you. Because since the beginning of the month, like, I mean, okay, this is not the ideal situation that I found myself in once again, but I look back and all these things that have kind of happened to me the last 4 years, 7 years actually, it's been a kind of like a preparation, and it's been like those things where it's just like, this is all for a reason. You're learning all of these things for a reason, and sometimes I sit back, it's like, well, why? And it's like, well, this is because it has to be. And those are the things that we tend to forget, and we use our past a lot too as a crutch sometimes. And and by all means, like, I have no control over myself. The next time I hear somebody use their past as an excuse to treat people like a piece of shit, there's no reason why at all you should treat anybody like shit based on your past. Yes, it affects us, but doesn't mean you have to bring that on and hurt somebody else along the way. You know, those are things that we shouldn't do. Like, we really shouldn't do. And I'm not saying that that's not the case. Like, you know, not everybody's gonna treat you like shit. Give them a chance to treat you like shit. Give them an opportunity to prove you wrong. And that's those things that I've been kind of just snapping into my head. And I was like, shit, someone made a promise to me, and I flat out said I won't believe it until I see it. And the other day I just couldn't. I'm like, no, I believe the promise. I believe that what was said to me and what promise was made to me will be fulfilled. And that's really hard for me to do, but I felt like I did it with ease, and I felt like I did it so good. And you know, it's just like, okay, so I'm going to keep pulling that out there, and I'm going to keep pushing that towards myself, because I don't want to believe otherwise. I don't want to believe that this promise that was made to me won't happen. I want to put it out there that no, this promise will be fulfilled. This person will deserve to have me in their life. This person will always has left a mark in my mind, in my soul. And those things where it's just like, okay, this is good. And those are things that I'm learning and I'm growing along the way, because I have a hard time believing people. I am very much so, actions speak louder than words. I'm a very much so that type of person. And I might be setting myself up for failure, but I don't even want to think that. I don't even want to think that I am setting myself up for failure anymore. I want to think like, no, I have faith that things are going to work out the way that they're meant to work out. And I've released that into the universe, and I've released that into these feelings. And it's those things where it's just like, okay, this is good. This is good. This is growth. This is stuff that, you know, as much as I'm scared of what the possibilities might be, it's still that thing where I'm scared, but I don't want to live in that fear. I don't want to. I'm choosing to not live in that fear. I'm choosing to believe that my dreams are going to come true. And I don't know where life's going to take me. I don't know if I'm staying on this island. I don't know if I'm going to be leaving this island. I have no idea where my life is going. But I know one aspect of my life is about to be perfect. And I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see where things go, because as much as I wanted to leave this island at one point, and I was like, no, I'm going back to Canada, I'm going to be going, all of a sudden, all these other ideas just kept popping up, and I'm just like, shit, I have options, and I have opportunities, and it's not just about being back in Canada. It's not just about that. There's so much more that I can offer, and even to help people on this island in so many ways, and not even just on this island, maybe off the island and then the mainland or other islands, I'm not too sure. But it's one of those things where it's like, we'll see what happens, and we're going to see where life takes us. And I feel that, you know, if where I see my life going is going to be good, then this situation that I find myself in is going to play out where I'm going to end up and where things are going to go. And that's not always bad, you know, that's not always a bad thing. We need to move forward, and we need to just let ourselves go. And you know, it's been this nice little energy shift that's opened me up. That's just, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I don't even know. I just feel positive. I feel great. And I feel like luck is finally on my side. And I don't even feel like it's just for me. Like, I feel like it's for a bunch of people, especially my Taurus peeps. I don't know if anybody knows a lot of Tauruses or not, but we have been through the ringer, and we have been through a lot of bullshit lately. For the past, I think it was like the past 5 years, if not longer, we have struggled, and we have been through a lot. And I finally feel like it's time that things are changing, and things are going to be going good. And all these experiences that we've been through in the past, 7 to 10 years, is all what we needed to do, was to move forward. And these are all things that we needed to move and to learn in order to accept. And it's funny how I ended up pulling some cards, and they ended up seeing like pretty cool cards for me. And I'm excited to see where life is going to take me. Like, I truly am. And I feel good. I've gained some weight again, and I really don't even care anymore. Like, I'm just like, the comment that was made to me from a person really changed the way I felt about myself. It was not to change a thing, and that I was beautiful just the way I was. And to hear that coming from somebody that I felt an attraction for was really interesting. And I didn't feel like it was a lie. Like, I didn't feel like it was trying to get in my pants or anything like that, because that wasn't even the case. Like, I mean, there wasn't no indication. Okay, yeah, we talked about it or whatever, but there was no pressure. There was nothing like that. So it was that thing of like, okay, that was nice to hear. And the respect that followed really opened my eyes, because the options were there. It wasn't that the options weren't there, the options were there. But it was those things that, you know, sometimes we say we respect ourselves, we say we love ourselves, we say these things, but sometimes to hear it from an outside person who doesn't even know you or doesn't even really understand who you are yet, to say those things to you is like, it's because they get you, or they felt something about you that they didn't want to change. They don't want you to change. And those are things that sometimes, you know, we feel like we need to change, but we don't really have to. The only thing that we need to do is grow, and that's the only change that we need to have. You know, with the rumors that are being said about me, I at first was like, Mom, I'm going to jail. I'm going to kill somebody. But now I just feel bad, and that energy that he's putting onto me, I just keep sending it back with him. I just keep sending it back to this person with love, because they need it, and they clearly need it more than I do. Yesterday I got a reading done, and you know, the positivity that she gave me was really good. It was really hopeful, and I'm really excited, like I said, to really see where things go. And I pulled some cards today, and my cards are really cool, and I pulled a card for us to heal, and it was actually, it was Archangel Metatron and the clear quartz. And this is the card that's basically saying, let's heal ourselves, let's grow. You know, someone asked me the other day, I was having a conversation, and my ex and me were great. We had great times together. I loved singing with him, loved dancing with him. It was amazing. And I'll never take those parts away from him. But the social, the mental mind fuck, the gaslighting, the narcissism from his part, I'm not saying I was no angel. I'm not denying that I was, you know, a bit of a bitch. I'm pretty stubborn. But the mind fuck that I got from that situation really sent me through a loop. And it was one of those things where it's like, I broke up with him, and that might have been the hardest thing I ever did in my life. I made a choice to choose myself, to move forward in my life, despite how much love and affection and how much I wanted this man and how much I wanted him to be a part of my life. I broke up with him, knowing that I was going to be broken, and it was one of the hardest but the best decisions I ever made in my life. I don't wish him bad. I wish him luck. I wish him the best in life. But you know, that was the hardest thing I ever had to do, was let that go and know that life that I thought I was going to have in my head, the marriage, the kids, you know, someone that was going to love me for who I was, no matter what part of my life I was in, whatever phase I was in, it was going to be him, and it wasn't. And now I realize that I've left myself open for somebody who's going to cherish me, who's going to endure my hardships, who's going to accept me for everything that I am. And I've left that open. And along the way, I've met some really amazing people. Like, I've met Mr. Nice Eyes, and he was just a spiritual connection, and I do still kind of feel connected to him, and there'll always be that connection until we close our chapter. But with him, it was such an experience of growth spiritually. I experienced things I never thought I would experience, which is the psychic attacks, or the connection with somebody, or that my spirit would actually leave to go be with him. That was pretty cool. I've had out of body experiences, but never to that extent where I left my body and to go have conversations with this guy. That was pretty cool. And those are things that I've never experienced before up until this guy. And and then I met my friend Cheeks, and he was like a sexual attraction in that. It's like, oh, I wanted to jump him so bad. And it was those things where it's just like, I said I wasn't going to settle until I met the combination of the two. And I deserve that. And I put that out in the universe, that what I was looking for was somebody with an amazing smile, really cool eyes, and someone that I was so sexually attracted to, and somebody that I felt a deep connection to. I'm not going to go into detail with some other things in that situation, because I also do feel like mentally I don't want to make myself feel more than what I'm feeling, but I also don't want to romanticize. So that's a logical side of me, so I don't like to get into it too much more. But I can't deny the fact that, you know, the first time I did meet this person, like, shit, like, I felt a really strong sexual connection. And then just having that conversation with him, it just felt natural, it felt really normal. I do question it still, because you never know, right? But it's those things where it's like, no, I believe that the good, and I believe that what I'm looking for is out there, and I will get somebody who deserves me, and because they're going to prove it to me that they deserve to be with me. And those are the things that I look forward to. And I know I'm a good woman, and I know I deserve a good man, and I know I don't mind being a support, and just like I want to support back. And this card is just a reminder for us to, you know, experience the hardships in our lives, and those things that happened in our past were things that we needed to move forward and to help us grow and to help us move forward. Believe in those miracles, believe in those dreams. Today I've been, as of, I'm going to say the first week of August, in my calendar, is actually an idea from my amazing cousin, Richard, Richie Rich. He would mark on the calendar, thank you, every day. And I started doing that for the past 3 months. And since the beginning of this month, I've been writing every day what I choose to believe in, what I choose to be that day. And today I decided I was going to choose to be, I chose to believe in the dreams, and I chose to believe in those little dreams that, you know, you have. And I chose to believe that they're real. And I know the guy with the great smile is on his way, and I know it, I feel it. And you know, maybe I'm just a sucker for love, and I'm a hopeless romantic, but it is what it is, and I'm going to accept it for that, because that's what it is. And I know spiritually, like, I feel like I'm vibrating on a whole other level. I'm feeling great about myself. Even just changing my hair color was that thing of, you need your red hair, you need your red hair, you need your red hair. And it was like all day in my head. And I said, fuck it, I'm going to do my red hair. And I feel great. I had a friend the other day, she said she had a conversation with me and she felt great. And it was like the basic conversation. She's like, I don't know what your energy you're giving off, but she's like, you have a great energy right now. Despite everything that's happening around my surroundings, I'm not allowing that to control me. I'm not allowing that to take over my life, because I don't deserve that. And I know that I'm a good person, and whatever negative energy is coming my way, I need to think about, is it my energy? Am I feeling insecure? Am I feeling like things aren't going to work out the way that I hope? Because that's my insecurity. Do I not deserve the happiness that I put out there? Do I not deserve those things? Those are the things that I'm questioning at the moment. And those are the things that it's okay to question. And I know I got myself a little bit of time to put myself back and to continue to focus on the self-love and this my self-worth, because it's risen, and it really has. And I'm projecting off an energy that's going to better people, and it's for the better of it's the good. It's for the betterment of the goodness of this world. And I'm working on myself so I can help other people, because that's my mission in life. My mission, it may not be perfect, but my mission is to just open people up and to make people feel good, and to do those struggles that I've been through are going to be a part of my life, just like those struggles that you've been through are going to be a part of your life and your story and what you choose to do and what you choose to put through these people. So with this card is, we got to stop living in fear. Like, I was so like, I don't want to believe, I don't want to believe, I don't want to believe, I don't want to believe. But then if I put that out there that I don't want to believe, then I might be losing out on something completely amazing. And my phone is deciding, just give me a second here.